As Soin played already in the group stage against Lawline and got absolutely decimated there. Colorful, to make matters worse, is in prime shape right now, has been looking really good, is on an absolute tear. So Soin definitely goes into this match as the underdog into our second quarterfinal match of the day. Best of 3 once again. Let's see what we get. The winner of this match will be facing Lin tomorrow. So it's going to be a hard match for whoever's going to win this. But yeah. Soin making it through here. Getting the win here. Would be a bit of a surprise, certainly. But as I don't tire of saying, if Soin is in good shape, if he's playing his best, he's a really, really good player, but he's not always super consistent. We'll see if that's the case here today or not. Starting off with Critical Strike first. Finding the claws at the first camp is a very good start here for Soin, certainly. Colorful going for the natural creep, just with Keeper and 1 Archer. With Treants, that is doable. Oh, the Peon. The Peon is not going to be allowed to get the last hit. That would, of course, have been wonderful for Soin, but not going to happen. Very poor items for the Keeper early. Armor and evasion. But for the Alchemist, it's going to be great. Mantle of Intelligence and level 2 here going to be received for Soin. Very good items. Mantle later for the Shadow, really good. And of course, the Claw is always great for the Blade. It takes Colorful a decent amount of time to clear out this camp, but he will be able to do so. Oh, and the Archer is just sitting here in Shadow Meld. Interesting. Just use as a scout. It's kind of cool. Hunter's opening and delayed tech for Colorful. He wants to get these hunts out quickly. Blade Master seeing the next item. He's slot starved already, so he's gonna have to use the speed scroll here. Yeah. To get the gauntlets. The gauntlets aren't that great. Looking for the expansion. Of course, when the Night Elf creeps the expo early like this, then they usually want to expand on the spot. Can he attack this Wisp? Oh, he sure can. Gonna force the detonate there, but that does tell Colorful that the Blade Master is far away, so he can creep quite easily here at the moment in the north at the green. Early game for Orc, it's always crucial to slow down the Keeper. If the Keeper gets level 3 quickly, things can turn into a disaster very, very fast. Keeper's not level 3 yet, but he's starting to get there. Colorful perhaps tried to go for the Telly Staff there as well, but the Blade Master stole it first. Nice play. I also like the Peon Scout. Is he going to use the Entangle here to get the kill? Yes. That's almost level 3, but not quite. He needs a little bit more. Oh, another Peon Scout in the south. Pretty cool. So Soin doing a good job here with his Peon Scouts. That is going to cut into his lumber a little bit, though. That means it's going to be very hard to afford counter expo, plus grunt upgrades, plus reinforced defenses. And of course, Spirit Lodge. And the Blade Master staff south. And he's going to get the cancel here. Nicely done, man. Denies the Peon as well, so he slows down the level 3 Keeper just a little bit more. But the level 3 will finally be acquired with a natural being stolen. Ring of Regen, again, a bad item for the Keeper. But really good for the Alchemist. This Alchemist is going to have great items right out the gate. Uh-oh. That's an ensnare. Hex first for Soin. He wants to be able to take this fight right away. And he's going to be able to get 1 Huntress with this. But if he had popped the Speed Scroll, he could have chased for another Huntress kill. Shouldn't he have done that? And this game is not looking bad at all for Soin. Didn't lose a grunt. Cancelled the expansion, killed off a Huntress. But now the Alchemist comes in, and that's going to bolster the Night Elf forces by a lot. And of course, Hex, good at the beginning, but not the best skill to have late game, when rather you want to have Heat Wave and Serpent Wards. But for that, perhaps later on we're gonna see the Tome of Retraining. Oh my god, that reminds me. I had a dream last night about Tome of Retraining, and I dreamt that they had a new icon which looked like Scepter of Mastery, the old Warcraft item, and there were 3 tomes in stock naturally in the merchant, so you had to buy 3 tomes at the same time if you wanted to deny them from, for example, a warden. A weird dream, I know. But I was reminded. Thinking about the tome. Thank you, by the way, Buko Kid, with the sub. This expansion this time will not be getting cancelled. Alchemist forced into the Invul Potion. I think that's the big Invul that he just got there from the Tuskarr Steel. And the Alch didn't get the tanky items yet, which I think is a bit of a mistake. Alchemist levels really not looking the greatest. Still only level 1, but I guess same as the case for the Shadow Hunter. He is getting the first armor upgrade for the Grunts. And we also have some upgrades coming in for the Hunts and Archas. And look at the blade. He's again gonna get a cancel right there. Now we finally have the ring and the talisman of the Alchemist the way it's supposed to be. Gets a replenish potion, which is also nice.
The town is under siege.
And Soen did a really, really good job delaying this expansion. It seems like Colorful skipped on the Sentinel upgrade, which is a little questionable. It's a really good upgrade to have when you're playing Hunts against Blade. But I guess he wanted to save those resources. Creepjack coming in by Colorful. He's got a lot of Huntresses. No Archer transition yet, by the way. Which is a little surprising. Normally at this point we would be seeing Archers starting to come in. Hex against the Alchemist. Heal Spray was prevented here for the most part. Reveal coming in. Blade Master now not invisible anymore. Keeper level 3. We don't see the biggest impact of that yet. And this is a good fight for Soen. Going to take out the second Huntress right there. And so far has kept all of his units alive. But one grunt might be falling now. Keeper also getting attacked, getting surrounded, and getting forced to TP out here in a moment. One grunt finally falls, but the rest of the army is gonna survive barely. Whew. Good fight for Soen, gets to level 3 Shadow. And only now the expansion is starting to mine. Soen's lumber is looking decent, so you can afford a counter expansion, which usually is the play. Yeah, and there it is. Starts off with a tower. And the Great Hall coming soon after. And now he's got the strong level 3 Shadow Hunter to use Serpent Wards to hold off against the Huntresses. Finally full mining for Colorful, but this was delayed by such a long time. Really, really good game by Soen, man. Really good movement early on. And especially the Peon Scouts helped him out a lot. Colorful is oftentimes able to dominate the early game quite easily against Orc and then just to push and overwhelm with 60, 70 supply, tier 2, 1 or 2 scrolls in the mix. But here, he was delayed. Now we see the Archers. I feel like the Archer transition should have been a little bit earlier. But he does have them coming now. And Soen applying a bit of pressure here as well. Doesn't want to win the game right now. It is mostly about buying time. Trading favorably, killing Hunts with Serpent Wards. And buying time. For the expansion, of course. Acid Bomb didn't connect well at all. Only on a single grunt. That grunt is definitely dead. Blade Master in trouble here. Entangle, gonna get purged though. And again we saw the Hex against the Heal Spray, by the way. Very quick with the reactions. It does cost quite a bit of mana. There it is again. Heal Spray, instant Hex. But that means the Shadowhunter will run dry here on mana very fast and can't keep up this semi-contain too well with the Serpent Wards. Oh, nice Shadow Melt coming in as well. The Huntress is all surviving on very little hit points. One more Grunt going down there. Keeper gonna find the chase down kill in the north. Should have Ultra Vision. And that's an easy kill. We do have 2 armor upgrades already on the Grunts. The expansion should be finishing in just a moment. And Sowen's Lumber is still looking really good, so he could afford now as well reinforced defenses. Lots of low HP hunts for Colorful that he was able to save there very nicely against the Serpent Wards. I don't know if he can heal him up with the Moon Juice. If not, it's going to have to be Heal Spray. Is the Alchemist level 3 now? Still only level 2. Wow. Really poor leveling on the Alchemist this game. And that's not to say that Colorful did a bad job creeping. Rather that Sowen did a really good job preventing this as much as he could. Big item goes to Sowen. Very bad item. Alari's Flute. He's going to sell that one. Experience, by the way, went the way of Colorful, so he got a bit closer there to level 3. But he kept the Flute away from the Night Elf, which is important. And that's finally level 3 Alchemist. And that means level 2 Heal Spray. Blade Master very far up front, doesn't have mana anymore, needs to be a little careful. Almost level 3. Gets it now. Should be crit level 2. But Colorful is starting to look more and more like a real threat. Now has around 60 supply. Sowen not quite there yet. This is something also I saw from Hitman, where oftentimes it felt like his late game army was a little too shaman heavy and not enough grunts. Colorful, by the way, is not going to stay on tier 2 and try to finish the game there. He's taking tier 3, getting ready for the supreme late game. And that is where Hex is going to start falling off. This Shadowhunter is going to be level 4 soon. And it's oftentimes a big power spike for the Orc, level 4 Shadow, to have level 2 Heal Wave and level 2 Serpent Wards. But here with Hex, that's of course not the case. So I really think Sowen is going to need a Tome of Retraining. Oh, Heal Wards is amazing for Colorful.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sowen trying to sneak in the red camp. If Colorful attacks right now at the expansion, that could be very painful. And the Magnetor, of course, 1500 HP, takes a long time to go down. It's big experience here, though. This should be Shadowhunter level 4 then. The Magnetor falling. But that might mean the expansion could be falling. Wants to get the item, picks it up. He's not quite level 3 yet, but he's very, very close. Foot of Cunning. Pretty good item. Do have a sentry ward here. Oh, but he's going to de-ward the sentry with the owl, with the sentinel. Archer's repositioning into the back. Shadowhunter does get level 4. And there's no shop here for the Orc at the expo. Blade Master diving in deep. Of course, Colorful, remember, he's going tier 3 behind this, so he probably doesn't even want to fully commit here. He's just going to try to do as much damage as he can and then TP out, presumably. Invoke Potion transferred. Alchemist survives. Gonna make it to the back. Nice Lightning Shield right there. But Heal Spray counteracting a lot of the damage. This Alchemist still has decent mana left. Oh, and the Heal Ward in the back. Oh, so hard to reach. Look at that Heal Ward. Oh my god. Wonderful positioning by Colorful. And Sowen can't reach it. He tried to kill it with a Shadow, but was too far away. And now the army for Sowen looking very squishy. Looking very fragile here, truly. And that is the weakness of not going for Heal Wave. In the late game, not having the Heal Wave is really, really tough. Blade Master returns from the middle. He got an Invoke Potion. But Sowen seems to be falling apart at the seams right here. Keeper got level 5. So many treants now to be summoned. And just so much damage from this Night Elf army. archers and hunts. We've seen it plenty of times before. Invoke potion pop, trying to get the hero kill, or at least force the TP out. But you still got a heal potion. You still got those tankiness items. And the heal ward also still to be used. And the expansion will be going down. 80 supply for Colorful. Early game there by Soen. Looking really decent. But Colorful, once he gets to 60 supply, this happens so often, he just ends up dominating at the end of the day. And he didn't even have an orb yet. He didn't even have a Potom yet. Don't know if marksmanship finished already. It certainly should have. It's a very strong upgrade. Also, Wellspring will be coming in. Interesting, by the way, that Colorful didn't go for a shop at all for the longest time. Saving all those resources. Not going for Moonstones, not going for Clarities. Just relying on the Moonwelves themselves. Well, the blade did go for Mirror Image, by the way. That was the first time we saw it. But it's going to be to no avail. The win on map 1 does go to Colorful. He continues to look super, super strong. Colorful in the shape of his life. But Soen not with a bad start. That early game was really good. But it's so hard for Orc to always make the right choices in this matchup. To always know where they have to be. What they have to do. Last year and the beginning of this year, the master of this was Fly, who was looking absolutely impeccable against Night Elf. But it's not easy, man. It's a lot about having a flow chart in your mind, knowing what you need to do in which situation. And it's very easy to misstep. It's very easy to make mistakes and then get overwhelmed and overrun by the Night Elf mass. But that at least looked a lot better than we saw in the group stage. When Soen played against Lawlight, he really had zero chance. Here, he kept it competitive for a very long time. But Colorful did close it out in the end. Colorful, as mentioned earlier, was the favorite going into this match. So we're kind of expecting him to be meeting Lin tomorrow. And that's going to be a cool game, dude. If it would come to Lin versus Colorful, would love to see this one. If the favorites prevail today, it should be Lin versus Colorful. 1-0 as well in the semifinals. And between Lawlight and Foggy, I don't even think we can say that there's a clear favorite there. They're both really good at the moment. And even on bad ping, Foggy was able to beat many of the best players in the world recently. Historically, between Foggy and Lawlight, it's almost 50-50. Slight edge to Lawlight, but in big games, oftentimes, Lawlight would turn out to be... Foggy would turn out to be the winner. As, for example, we saw in WGL plenty of times. In WGL, Lawlight almost always lost to Foggy. Meaning the WGL main events, not the qualifiers. Thank you, KevCell, with a 12-month resub. Much appreciated. By the way, earlier, just a little side note, it's not very relevant, but whatever. We cracked the 100,000 follower mark. Which some of you might think that's weird, because we had cracked 100,000 followers before. In fact, we had a big celebration stream at around March or something. With the Nugget challenge and everything else. Yes, we had 100,000 there already. But after that, a few weeks later, Twitch banned a lot of bot accounts or fake accounts or inactive accounts or whatever. So we dropped down to less than 100k followers again. But now we cracked 100 followers once more. So guys, thank you very much. That's a nice little benchmark for us. And by the way, follower number 100,000 was 3 Quicks. So congrats to you, my man. We now have 100,007 followers. Pretty cool. What are we going to get for map number 2? Should be Orc loser choice now for Soen. Unless they have the map order predetermined. And that oftentimes means Last Refuge. But on Last Refuge, you always run the risk of having to play against Talons, with which Colorful is really, really good as well. And that's also what Lawlight played against Soen when they met in the group stage. And Soen had no chance in hell. So, wouldn't be too surprised if he even vetoed Last Refuge here. Terranos Stand is a great orc map against Night Elf, but that's normally vetoed from the Night Elf side. Turtle Rock? I'm not so sure. Turtle Rock is what we saw between Lawlight and Soin in the group, but yeah, that also was very, very, very clearly won by Lawlight. That series really wasn't too close at all, I'm afraid. Ah, okay, I see. Our second map is going to be neither of the ones I mentioned, but rather an old classic Echo Isles. Which also is a map that Night Elves used to veto very often against Orc. But if Colorful didn't veto this one, then it means he must have vetoed Terranos, certainly. And maybe Turtle Rock. Because Echo is supposed to be one of the better Orc maps. It's very hard for the Keeper here to get level 3. There's only one shop in the middle, which you can oftentimes control with a Blade Master. So, Invols and Heal Scrolls can go to the Orc quite easily. The Shadow Hunter on tier 2 can oftentimes creep very, very well over at the Merc camp, get a nice jump start. Remo's favorite map. Yeah. It's no secret. I don't like Echo Isles at all. I think it's a very outdated map. I think it's a map that's way too simple, way too small, not enough creeps, too much dead space. A couple of dead ends. Yeah. Not my favorite, but we'll see how this goes. Ring of Protection again as a starting item. And Soen being super aggressive right away. Interesting. Not creeping at all.
The player's forces are under attack.
Oh, if he gets last hit steal here against the Trapper, that would be a big deal. Oh, he should try to get it, shouldn't he? That seems like a big mistake. Soen could have easily gotten the Trapper last hit, and that would have prevented level 2 Keeper. Alright, but he wants to go for the Moonwell cancels. That's also pretty annoying for Colorful to deal with. But he is going to get Keeper level 3. Did you see the reworked Echo Isles? Yes, I did. I talked quite a bit with Save Orcus about that. And it's a much, much better version. Certainly. But I still just would prefer to see completely new maps. And with the Keeper now having level 2, he does have Entangle, so he takes out the Grunt. But Soen at least got the Deny. And with this early aggression, Soen's going to have the much, much faster tech. Going to try to get another Moonwell cancel, but I don't think that's going to work. So Colorful slowed down in his tech tremendously. But experience for him is looking pretty good. He's level 2 already. He knows the Blade is going to have to retreat to get some items from the shop. And now he could just creep up, continue to creep up at his natural, for example. Oh, Peon denies himself. Okay, nicely done. And Colorful is still not teching. This is starting to become a very, very late tech. Had to remake some Wisps, of course. But the Blade without items doesn't have that much damage. It takes him like 4 or 5 swings to kill a Wisp. And Colorful is juggling them now in and out of the gold mine. As the tech for the Night Elf finally starts. Colorful now gonna creep up the natural. Gonna get closer to level 3 with that. Oh wait, is he going for mercs? He might be going for mercenaries. No, never mind.
A player's forces are under attack.
So I'm gonna clear out his own natural. And gonna get level 2 from that, I think. If he got some experience before. Ah, no, he got no experience actually, so he's not quite gonna be level 2, missing a bit more still. Another ring, by the way. We've been finding quite a few rings here today.
Player's forces are
But the best thing here, I guess, for Soin is he's going to have his Shadowhunter out in a moment, and he's going to be able to creep the Shadow without the Alchemist showing up to harass for a long, long time. So I think this early game for Soin is pretty decent. If now he gets an Expo cancel as well, that would be glorious. This time we do have Sentinels, so there is going to be True Sight against the Blade Master. Alright, if the Shadow, or rather if the Keeper gets level 3 here, then Colorful can look to be aggressive again.
A player's forces are under attack.
And there it is. Oh, that perfectly lines up with level 3. And you know why? Because Soin didn't steal the Trapper in the beginning. I really think that was a big, big mistake. Not stealing the Trapper last hit. It would have slowed down level 2, it would have slowed down level 3. Calvo's keeping cunts. Sorry, a couple of hunts. Whoops. Behind. And looking to be aggressive with the 2 heroes.
A player's forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
But without the Huntress here close by, he doesn't have that much damage. Blade Master staffing in, and yeah, I think Soin can take this fight. Oh, Ensnare on the Grunt. That is double Ensnare on the Grunt. Oh my god. Yikes. Well, only one Grunt goes down so far. Oh, it's Treant's level 2, by the way, not Entangle. Next Acid Bomb is gonna be big. Where is it? Okay, never mind, not that big. Only on the blade. I think we have a sentry placed there between the Orc main and the natural, trying to see if there's going to be a counter expansion coming. But we're far away from a counter expansion so far. The big creep. I think the experience went too colorful, but Soin got the item, and that's a big deal. That big healing potion would have been wonderful also for the Night Elf. Great item to have. The last game, the Alchemist was severely underleveled for a very long time. So ideally, Colorful wants to do a bit better of a job with that this time around. And he's gonna get level 2 here now at the Murlocs. Blade Master shows up. Can maybe even see some last hits here. And the Shadowhunter is gonna get level 3. And that's the typical mid-game for Orc. Get level 3 Shadow, push across the map, buy time and pressure with the Serpent Wards, and expand in the meantime. We've seen it time and time again. And that is what I would be expecting here also.
A player's forces are under attack.
This one tower that Soin makes in the beginning, isn't that a bit of a waste? Do you need that tower? It's not that many resources, of course. It's only 110 gold. But wouldn't one more upgrade or one more shaman be a little bit better? Or a bit of a faster expansion, for that matter. Blade Master with very good items. Oh man. Bonus damage and even armor is really good for the blade. In this kind of game where he's always going to be taking a bit of chip damage here and there. I'm not sure if he started the expansion yet. There's an AP down there that Colorful started making at the Orc Expo. Nicely behind the trees where it's not seen. Oh, Keeper a little too far forward. Might be forcing the Invo Potion here. Yep. Invo Potion has to be committed. Wisp detonates coming in, but not draining all of the mana. Some Shamans still have some mana left. And the archers need to be careful, have to run back. Oh, the Keeper once again caught out of position. This Keeper is dead. Surrounded against the trees. And the Keeper goes down. Bit of a mistake there by Colorful. Should have moved around the left-hand side. And that is Soen now in a good position. Oh, the archers mismicroed. Trying to get the kill. Not repositioning them quickly enough.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Colorful. Normally micro is his strength. Here we saw a couple of micro bugs by him. The one with the archers was the clear one, of course, but also before, the Keeper was just in a bad position. There's no reason for the Keeper to be standing in front of the Huntresses. Angel of War here is going to go down. Wisp Repair seems a little too late. Oh, it's close. Angel of War goes down. Another slight mistake by Colorful. He should have been faster with that Wisp Repair. But Colorful does hold here still. Everything now super low mana and low HP. And that AP is maybe going to kill the tower. Peon Repair shouldn't be good enough here. Playmaster trying to get some kills, but he doesn't have Reveal. Colorful always realizes quickly that he can make use of Shadow Meld here during the next nighttime. And the AP will be taken out. Solo experience now for the Alchemist. He gets level 3. That's a big deal. And level 4 for the Shadow already. Wow, that was fast. And this Shadow Hunter now is very strong. Level 4 Shadow defensively at the expansion. When there's a shop there to support him, I've seen basically solo win so many games before. Keeper's coming in again from the main, but he's still missing. It's a pretty big army for Soen here as well. It's going to catch the Alchemist, but he has Invo Potion, Heal Scroll. He's got everything here to survive. Acid Bomb again. Not very effective. Only on the blade. I think that's something that Colorful needs to pay more attention to land Acid Bombs in the right position. Colorful having to run back. Soen gets a few more kills, sitting at 50 supply still. Soen has plenty of income right now off of his 2 bases. Colorful in upkeep already, making less money. Soen pushing forward, feeling strong right now. He's got the 3-4 hero levels. However, he doesn't have that much mana on his Shadow Hunter. Does he have a mana potion? The good thing here, of course, is Soen can always disengage pretty well with Purge against Entangle and with Speed Scroll. And yeah, with the Shadow out of mana, this is not a good fight for him anymore. Couple of Purges on the Wisps, taking them out before they detonate to burn mana. And that's a better Acid Bomb this time. This one landed on a couple of grunts, that's the way you want it.
A player's forces are under
And one
attack.
grunt will be picked off, but I think it was only a single grunt there dying. Shadowhunter gonna staff out, gonna make it to the shop. Colorful is chasing for more kills. Quite a few of these grunts are very hurt now. And Colorful is again going tier 3. But now we have the level 2 heal wave, which helps out tremendously. 1 armor upgrades on the grunts only, by the way. Perhaps not enough lumber for the rest. We do have reinforced defenses now. Also the Hunter's upgrades, not that impactful yet, not that impressive yet. At only 1-1. Someone going into upkeep. Raiders now coming in as well. Is he going to use those ensnares against the Hunt or against the Alchemist? That's the question. Blade Master and Grunt in the back with Lightning Shield. Good movement by Soen. And Colorful doesn't like the look of things here. He's going to TP out. And Lightning Shield could be a factor in the main as well. Okay. Everything barely survives. Colorful is trying to buy time for his tier 3. I think Soen should go up to 70 supply right now, heal scrolls, and just push. We've seen Fly before win plenty of games with that. When the Night Elf is trying to go to tier 3, go for the big, huge attack with like mana potions, clarities, a shop in the back, 70 supply, upgraded grunts, and try to kill him before his tier 3. 60 supply here for Soen, not quite 70. And the tier 3 is done, and we have an Orb of Venom. Marksmanship should be getting upgraded right now. Second attack upgrade coming in as well. Don't know if there's a Potom coming. I think Colorful doesn't quite have enough resources right now for a Potom. But with tier 3 finished, Soen knows he is not in the best position for a late game here. If the Night Elf army gets up to 80 supply with more and more upgrades for these archers especially, he's going to be in a tough spot. Very patient play by Colorful, not trying to commit in too early. Doesn't want to run these Huntresses into the Serpent Wards. He's going to take out the Serpent Wards one by one with the archers patiently. And only go in when he has to. And now, it seems like he has to. Lightning Shield in the bag. Oh, wonderful Lightning Shields! These archers have hardly any room to move, but also very nice Wisp Detonate coming in, dispelling against it. Alchemist getting controlled with the Ensnare. Heal Spray with that getting interrupted. Keeper gets to level 4. Frontline has pretty much disappeared from Soen. It's only ranged army left here for the most part. Blade Master on the left still needs to be careful. Has that big healing potion still remaining. Now gonna get level 4. Should be Mirror Image here. And the Alchemist, way too far forward. Needs to buy a staff, but the staff's on cooldown. Tries to transfer the Invul Potion. Whew, last second. He's gonna get that one off. Heal Potion as well. And the archers, when they're standing so far forward like we see here, they get sniped quite easily. But it's a lot of losses on both sides. So many units going down. All 4 heroes now on level 4.
A player's forces are under attack.
Keeper looking for more kills. We'll get at least 1. Gonna get perhaps even 3. Does he have a TP? This is looking a little risque. Oh, he's getting the Kodo as well? Okay, never mind. Saves the Kodo, but had to use the heal scroll for it. Wellspring upgrade coming as well. It's going to be a huge help as nighttime is going to return in a moment. That shop at the expansion, keeping Colorful in the game. Without that shop, he would have been dead. And he's going to get the next items. Shop control, so important here on Echo Isles. Heal Scroll and Invuln again for the Night Elf. Ooh, and look at that. Heal Spray. Glorious. 2-1 upgrades. Still not the most impressive for Colorful.
A player's forces are under attack.
Soen still has the big army. Perhaps a slightly bigger army than the opponent. But he must be close to level 5. Ooh, Pendant of Energy for the Shadow Hunter is wonderful. Double level 5 for Soen could be super strong. Colorful is trying to creep his Alch to 5 as well. Crystal Ball. Okay. And the third attack upgrade. 55 supply only for Colorful. Wait a minute.
A player's forces are under
He was
attack.
banking for a long time there. Playing, I almost want to say greedy. Of course, Colorful expanded first, so his natural is going to run out sooner. So he's a little bit under the gun here, I guess. Now it's nighttime. Now we have the Moon Juice region again. But only 2 Moonwells at the expo. And Soin still has a timing here. The Potom isn't out yet. We don't have the 80 supply Night Elf army yet. Going for a dust. Either against the blade or against the sentry wards. Third attack upgrade gonna finish in a moment, and the Potom's gonna come in. Big damage upgrades about to become available for the Night Elf. Acid Bomb, nicely dodged. That one didn't connect at all, basically. And now we have 4 Raiders to interrupt the heal spray over and over. But those Raiders also die pretty quickly. Here comes the Potom. It's a lot more damage for everything. Colorful again repositioning next to his Moonwells. He wants to have the perfect position. It's hard for Soin to find a good engagement here. Speed Scroll used. Now he wants to find the kills. With a couple of Ensnares flying, that's certainly where he can get those kills as well. Shadowhunter got level 5, by the way. Lightning Shield everywhere. And the Orc forces are storming forward. A lot of that is also dropping low. Needs to get a second Orb of Venom on the Potom, I think. But first gonna be Clarity Potions. So in 72 supply, he hasn't lost much of anything here in a while. But now we have the double Orb of Venom. Oh, he forgot about improved glaives this whole time. It must have been a mistake. And now it's gonna get cancelled. Maybe. Alright, maybe not. Would we like to see more armor upgrades as well for Colorful? I think he only got the one so far. This could be a good position for Soin. Here, the Night Elf isn't so reinforced as he was at the expansion. Proto Beast almost going down right away, but barely saved itself to the back, still providing the aura. I don't think he got off a Devour. Keeper a little far forward. Gonna get attacked, gonna get focused with the Ensnare, but he still has the Invo Potion, not having to use it yet. Lightning Shield in the back, but there's gonna be Dispel against it. The Wisps brought in masterfully. Detonating now also against a lot of the mana of the Shaman. Heal Spray, however, getting interrupted with the Ensnare over and over. The Potom is in trouble. There is gonna be Shadow Meld once again. And the Alchemist about to die right here, it seems. Oh, Crystal Ball even coming in. Keeper on the wrong side of the tracks. Invo Potion saves him. Invo also on the Blade Master. Potom he's going to have to let die. And now the Keeper. Keeper's just dead, isn't he? Oh no, he transferred the staff. Now that means the Alchemist is going to be going down. There are a couple more purges. This Alchemist will not be making it out. Or will he? No, with the crit. The Alchemist goes down. 45 supply only left. Hardly anything anymore to use for Colorful, and Soin might be winning this long slog game here. Blade Master crit's definitely dealing really good damage here. Fast with the Purge as well. Everything is super hurt now though. This Shadowhunter needs to get clarities, mana potions, everything ASAP. And the Keeper's looking for more kills. Very close to level 5 on this Keeper, I think.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, gets level 5 here. But Soin still got a big army. 10 supply lead for Soin. Main base expired. Colorful getting an item from the middle. Ooh, is he gonna get caught here? He's almost getting caught. The sentry wards giving vision. Shadowhunter is about to be level 6, by the way. Oh, the Alchemist is still dead for such a long time. This must be Soin's game. Gonna go for the Altar Cancel. He knows exactly what he wants. He detonates against the Shadowhunter, but he still has plenty of mana left, honestly. Lightning Shield, Ensnare, so many things now that the Night Elf Tier 1 army can't deal so well with anymore. Oh my god, these archers are just getting massacred from all sides. Keeper trying his best with Treants, but there's still lots of purges left. Has to go for the heal scroll right away, and Shadowhunter gets his level 6. So now he has Serpent Wards and Heal Wave both on level 3, which is such a big help.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the Keeper, his level 5 isn't that impressive. He wants to get level 6 quickly if he can. That's the downside of playing Podem. You're gonna have to split experience 3 ways, and it's very hard to get level 6 on these heroes. But the Alchemist is about to return. If the Alchemist gets level 6, anything is still possible. A lot of Shaman are still alive. If those get focused by the archers, they could die quickly as well. But now, the Keeper getting hexed, focused, there's gonna be ensnares, and the hex lasts too long! Oh, he went for hex, I just realized, instead of going for the other level 3 skills. Perhaps also because he wants to have an interrupt for the Tranquility. Where's the Alchemist? He may have forgotten about him for a little while there. Finally returns, full mana on the Alch. Keeper staffing over to the Moonwell, and we see the Blade Storm! Trying to go for a heal potion, selling some items, he got it just barely in time. But the Keeper will be going down. This Alchemist just arrived way too late. What was he doing? And that is going to be Soen equalizing this series. Hell yeah. GG called. And map 2, after a long battle, goes to the South Korean Orc. Echo Isles, definitely a pretty good Orc map, and Soen playing it well there also. Quite unusual early game as well, if you think back to it. He was playing Blade Master instant aggressively with a grunt right away at the beginning. And Soen ties up the series. Could it be Soen making it to the semifinals? That would be a big surprise. Soen, as mentioned earlier, was having a tough time against Lawleye in the groups. There, he was kind of destroyed, dropped down to the lower bracket, but then he's been taking out some big names. Defeating Fly, defeating Sock, and now, if he does it on map 3, he would also be beating Colorful. We're going to see what map 3 is going to be. Being the Night Elf choice here, I would almost certainly assume Concealed Hill or Last Refuge. Long series here today. We're going to have a bit of a longer day, it seems, as our first 2 series are taking more than 2 hours. After this game, of course, we're going to have Linguagua versus 120. And then at the end of the day, Lawleye versus Foggy to close it all out. By the way, we don't only have Smile Cup today. Later on today, it's also going to be Dust League starting. Dust League Season 7. Carson and Bidu going to be doing Group A today and Group B tomorrow. And it's going to be Global Dust League this time. The best players of America, Europe, and Asia are going to be facing off against each other there. Really, really cool. Super fun. And yeah, we're going to have a long day of Warcraft today. About 4 hours here, 4 or 5 hours there. So around 8 to 10 hours of Warcraft entertainment here on Saturday and Sunday. Who's playing today in Dust League? I think it's Todd, right? Yeah, Todd versus Sonic. Ooh, and Foggy versus Starbuck. Starbuck probably going to play random. Definitely going to watch those games. Map 3. it is time for our decision in game 2. Oh, well, you know, map 3. But the second match of the day. Soen versus Colorful. Let's go. Colorful in the bottom left in the blue. Soen top right in the red. On Last Refuge, it is the one map where Talons with Demon Hunter can be played very well. Is that going to be the choice here? Oh. It's not. I would have definitely expected Talons here now. But Colorful's playing Keeper first. Now, you can still play Talons with a Keeper. But you can also play it with a Demon. And Colorful loves playing Demon Hunter first. But when you play Demon first, it's a lot more dangerous as far as base race goes. Hit and run goes. Because if you play Demon Hunter first, you can get abused with Raiders quite a bit. With a Keeper, that's less so the case. Because you can use Entangle on the Raiders, of course. Todd versus Sonic. Yeah, it's going to be mom versus dad later on today. Cause of attack. Good start for Soen once again. And Colorful just straight up creeping the natural instantly. Like we saw before on Northern Isles. It's going to be a quick level 2. And some nice items.
A player's forces are under attack.
And I think Soen was definitely expecting a Demon on the other side. Because normally, when you're expecting Keeper, you don't want to creep on your side first. You want to run across the map. Oh my god, 3 points around with the illusion! Oh, but he opens it up again. Bit of a shame. He had that surround locked in for just a second. But the Keeper probably would have gotten out with Force of Nature there anyways. But yeah, if you're expecting a Keeper first, normally you want to go to the middle, grab up the Circlet, and harass the Keeper right away. And prevent him from getting level 2. The fact that the Blade Master here went for the first item at the green certainly leads me to believe that he was expecting a Demon Hunter first.
Player's forces are
so in very early here with a mid-tech Peon Scout again. So you might be expecting some APs somewhere. Blade Master too late to steal the last hit, but might be perfectly in time to cancel this expansion. He does have some good bonus damage here. But Entangle is ready and the expansion seems to finish. Oh, wow. That tech is so late. Why is that tech so super late for Colorful? What? Did he not make enough wisps, maybe? Seems a little weird. Late again, trying with the cancel. Keeper's always around, always ready to stop the damage with the Entangle, put on some return damage. And this expansion should be finishing. Soen though, cheeky with the Wand of Illusion, also pulling in the creep camp. But the creeps don't want to get involved. They're not interested in this neighborly squabble. Or are they? Colorful's playing it smart. He's not attacking the creeps, just using Shadow Meld, just standing there. And waiting for the creeps to return back to their camp.
A player's forces are under attack.
First attack upgrade, pretty early on for Colorful. Tree of Life finishes, gonna eat one tree and gonna start entangling. It's a pretty fast expansion. But of course it came at the price of a very slow tech for Colorful. I think the Keeper's still at level 3. Good Wisp Scout though. Sees what the Shadow Hunter is up to. Hunts once again. Forcing away the Blade Master and the Keeper. Looking to solo harass. Is he level 3? No, only level 2. And he's far away from level 3 in fact. But other Huntresses will be coming in. And the question again is, where are the End Snares gonna land? Entangle, focus on the blade, but there's the spell. We have Shaman, we even have a Shadow Priest. So I'm not going to lose anything here. Oh, and even surrounded the Rock Golem. Nicely done. Oh. However, Colorful might be getting the steal in the end. The Blade Master in trouble and he goes down. Oh. The Shadow Priest didn't use the Abolish. Big mistake by Soen. Could have saved the Blade Master, but he was a little too late with the reaction. Tries to get the surround, but that one also doesn't stick. Oh man, it's going from bad to worse now. TP will be forced in the end though. With a speed scroll there, he was able to chase away the Keeper. And Colorful intentionally keeping 2 hunts up there and the Treants to not allow the Orc to get the item. Because the Rock Golem is still up. And he's been healed quite a bit now. And now we have the Alchemist. He was severely delayed, but now he's going to show up. As the expansion is going to start mining in just a moment. And so it looks to be in serious trouble. Colorful though is going to give this Rock Golem to the opponent. And as a trade, he's going to take both middle camps. Which is going to be perhaps even enough for Alchemist level 3. Item on the ground. 12 Velas boots. Okay. That's definitely a very good one. As the Blade Master finally returns.
A player's forces are
Oh man. If he had saved that blade, this game could have looked very, very different. Is that level 3? For the Alchemist right away, getting both these middle camps. Woo! Blade Masters plus 18, not bad. Oh, wow, it is! I didn't even know that until now. That both merchants equal level 3. That is so cool. And now he's got 1 of Mana Steal and big Mana Potion. Ooh, baby. Colorful in upkeep already. Starting to transition into archers. He's got 1 heal scroll. And a 15 supply lead. And it does not look like someone can take this fight. However, Serpent Wards are very strong against hunts. Soen holding position here in the choke point. Defend, or expanding rather, behind it. Persian the Alchemist. He doesn't have an Invul Potion, by the way, but now is given one. Transferred from the Keeper. A couple of Wisps coming in, not detonating yet. Big Mana Potion used, and here's the next heal spray. Oh! That is a glorious heal spray. Hunters is all looking pretty healthy here now once again. Serpent Ward's gonna be sniped. And those Serpent Wards give quite a bit of experience nowadays. The Grunt is misrally. That's another free kill for Colorful. And Colorful is showing up here in game 3. Map 2. He may have been a little caught off guard with how perfectly Soen played that. Well, almost perfectly. Plus, of course, Echo is a pretty bad map for Night Elf in this matchup. But this is just utter domination now. Mongrand's going down. Expo gonna be cancelled. So in 36 supply. And that is gonna be the last I think we see of Soen in this tournament. Which means tomorrow, we're gonna have Lin versus Colorful.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's gonna be juicy. Double heals grow for Colorful. He looks more than ready to take a fight and win the game. He's close to doubling in supply, I think. 37 only for Soen. That is not enough. Cute move with the illusion and lightning shield, but that's not gonna be enough, I'm afraid. Master in the back. He does have decent damage, but he's also taking quite a bit of damage. Emo's going to keep him safe here for a little while. Trying to force the TP, but again, Invul Potion transfer here. Colorful always on point with this. And he's going to win this game, map 3, very convincingly. 3-1 win for Colorful, making it into the semifinals.